Today we have with us Samir Kumar, Managing Director of Inventus Capital. Let's talk to him and know more about the fund, what are his plans for the year and what more interesting startups is he looking at. Thanks for joining us, Samir.
Thanks.
What is the status of the new fund that you were looking to raise?
So we were looking to raise a 100 million fund. We are well on our way there. We've done a close at 75 million and have started investing out of the second fund. As you know, this is the second fund. We had the first fund of 52 million, which is fully committed now.
So you were earlier looking to close the 100 million fund by January. Now it was, I think, pushed to June. So when do you plan to close it?
So we were never looking to close it by January. Or maybe if you want, we were looking to close it by January 2012.
Okay.
But we did a first close in December 2012. We have 12 months after that to do the final close.
Okay. And who are the investors? Are there institutional investors or HNIs?
So this is largely institutional investors from US and Europe who are the LPs in this fund.
Okay.
We also have some family offices and individuals, but the bulk of the LPs are institutional investors.
So you had one of the biggest exits possible in the internet industry recently, and I think you have had one more exit before that in your portfolio?
We've had two more, so Redbus was our third exit.
Okay, so what does the exit pipeline look like for now?
So there are plenty of companies so in the first fund we did 18 investments, 3 have exited now. We have many other companies that are doing well. Many of them have reached profitability. So I think we should see a slew of exits in the next 2 to 3 years happening at periodic intervals.
Could you name some of the companies that that are mature and have reached profitability?
So if you look at some of our companies doing well in the portfolio, we have a company here called Vizury. It's not probably reached profitability yet, though close to reaching profitability, but has scaled very well.
Okay.
So that's a company that's doing very well. It's a global multinational out of India. It's in the behavioral retargeting space. They've hired Chinese in China, Australians in Australia, Singaporeans in Singapore. They have a joint venture in Japan, partnership in Brazil. So it's a true global multinational. It's scaled very well, and we think that that company will potentially yield very strong results for us. We have 2 other companies like that are doing very well. A company called Poshmark, which is in the peer-to-peer marketplace, a mobile-based app which allows people to buy and sell used fashion goods and accessories.
Okay.
They've scaled very well. And we have a third company, Credit Sesame. Again, it's a US-India company. They allow people to search and buy mortgage products online.
Okay.
They've also scaled very well.
Okay. So you have a mixed bag in terms of sectors. You have investments in almost all kind of, not really any sector focus is there?
So the answer is yes and no. If you look at the broad space, then we do only technology and technology-enabled businesses. But within this technology and technology-enabled businesses, we do software, services, internet and mobile.
Okay.
We don't do real estate-based companies. We don't do hotels, hospitality, pharma, biotech.
Okay. So with this new fund, what are you looking at? How much do you typically invest, and are you looking to revise that?
So we typically have our sweet spot is to invest around $1 million to $3 million in the initial rounds of the companies that we invest in and keep more for follow-ons. Our strategy has worked very well for us in Fund 1, and therefore we don't see any need to majorly tweak this strategy in Fund 2.
And any sectors that look hot right now, or some popular sectors that you're looking at, or you think will be big this year or coming years?
So I think one point I'd like to make very strongly is Inventus is not a fund that goes after hot sectors or hot trends or things like that. When e-commerce was hot in 2011, we stayed away from that sector. Our focus has fundamentally been to look at entrepreneurs and back great entrepreneurial teams. So if you look at Dhingana, or you look at Redbus, or you look at other companies that we back, Credit Sesame, Poshmark, Vizury, we backed great teams. The only criteria we have is that it should fall within the sectors that we look at, software services, internet or mobile, and in that we'll back great teams. So for us it doesn't matter whether a sector is hot or not hot. When we did Redbus, that sector was not hot at all. In fact, it was 2009 when the world was not hot at all. People had said the world is coming to an end and things like that. And we found a great entrepreneur with a great business, we backed him.
So do you think that traditional e-commerce, has been done to that, and now niche portals are looking up?
Yeah, so we have Cbazaar in our portfolio that sells ethnic Indian apparel online. We think it has a great future. It's doing very well. The metrics of that business are very strong. Hugely positive product gross margins, positive net contribution margins, and scaling up very well. So it's not that there is no future or there is a future to something. a great entrepreneurial team in a business space that isn't very crowded has I think a lot of opportunity. And if you see the common underlying theme in all these businesses that we've invested in, internet businesses, is a two-sided network, a fragmented supplier base and of course consumers on the other side. We believe this fragmented supplier base is what gives the internet business pricing power and value. So if you see Red Bus, there were 1200 bus operators on one side. I contrast this with airlines where there are 6, 7 or 8 airlines, right? So a portal that sells air tickets alone has to deal with 6, 7 people and pricing power lies with them. Whereas in Red Bus, 1200 operators, no single operator could dominate. Savaari works with 150 car rental companies, so no single company can dominate.
And what kind of startups are you currently looking at? Any deals in the pipeline?
So we have, as I said, from Fund 2, we've done 2 investments already. One is an insurance company, PolicyBazaar. It sells insurance online. I should have mentioned that in the internet businesses. And eDreams, which is an education software company. It has a very interesting product which is based on natural language processing and artificial intelligence. Currently mathematics for students classes 2 to 8. And we have 2 other term sheets signed, not yet closed, but those investments should close in the next 6 to 8 weeks.
Sure. Thanks for joining us, Samir. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.